अभिषेक बच्चन के विट और हाजिर जवाबी का राज क्या है?
च्यवनप्राश।
खाते हो आप?
रोज सुबह।
डाबर का?
नहीं।
Importance of writer in any project.
Paramount, as important as the director.
Abhishek, your thought on the amazing response on Mr. Bachchan's 80th birthday.
Listen, man, I just wake up every morning and I thank God for giving me the parents that I have.
Turning point in Amit Sar's career.
Plenty. Many.
If you have to say something to Salman Khan that you have not said yet, what will you tell him?
I think nobody is in a position to tell Salman sir anything.
If you have to say something to Hrithik Roshan.
He was great in Super 30.
Sammy, cricket or movies?
Cricket in movies, but movies first.
I knew she'll say that. उसने तो हम लोग को भी पोजीशन दे रखी है, मैं गली में हूँ, ये ओपनर है, इसको अंपायर बनाया हुआ है, नवीन विकेट कीपर है, हम लोग सब क्रिकेटर ही हैं प्रीत में, from her point of view.
All right, guys, how are you guys doing?
We're very good, Faridoon. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you're in. But it's so nice to see you and talk to you. You know, whenever we promote, I want to just tell you one thing, and I mean this in complete earnestness. I don't think any actor, filmmaker, producer, or most importantly, viewer feels a film is being promoted until you don't speak to Mr. Faridoon Shahryar. So today we've come a full circle, and thank you for doing this. I know you're in Vancouver, but it just feels so incomplete if we haven't spoken to you. Now we feel कि अभी हो गया promotion. So I just want to say thank you for doing this, Faridoon, and to Amazon. After this interview, we all will be leaving.
And I echo the same sentiments.
No, है ना?
Yeah, but it just doesn't feel nice doing it not in person with him.
Yeah, that
And
would
I
have.
want to add,
You get gift hampers. You get gifts from him. I always win them.
If you also allow, I think specifically, Rose, from my current point of view, since I've been in movies, the support he's shown me is like you said, like no one else.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
No,
So Faridoon, we're still watching. Keep on watching.
No, I would say that we should stay connected. That's I think that's a new way of looking at it. Okay, so now Abhishek, I was just thinking about a few things that now you've had a complete turnaround in the recent times, and I think OTT has a huge role to play in that. Now, interestingly, I've spoken to many actors in the recent past, actors, directors, and that why is it important to choose the platforms correctly? Because it's proven that that everything that is going to be releasing on the big screen is not going to be working. People are not realizing it. Maybe I've given examples of the fact that between RRR and KGF, this week comes, and it makes a huge impact because it released correctly. What is it that Abhishek Bachchan is doing that maybe the industry can learn from?
Oh, wow. I don't think, well, thank you, but I don't think I'm in any position to teach anybody anything, Faridoon. It's about following your heart, telling the stories that excite you and inspire you, and being loyal and true to that. I think the most wonderful thing, or possibly one of the very few silver linings of this pandemic, has been that there's been a certain filtration that has happened within the film industry. We have to realize that we have to shift our focus back onto the content. Somewhere, if I may, in all humility, if I may, generalize and talk about our film industry, maybe somewhere possibly we got a bit taken in by a lot of the other peripheral noise. It's always been about the subject, Faridoon. If you don't make a good film, it's not going to work. There's a lot of discussion going on right now about Hindi cinema and this and that, and I don't buy into that rhetoric at all. I think it's a nice question for the media to ask. At the end of the day, you make a good film, they're going to watch it. That has been the only standard and the only constant in filmmaking ever. there's not that certain films are working because of a genre or because what the audience is. No, if it's an engaging, good film, a good story, they're going to come watch it. It's exactly the same on OTT platforms. It has to be something that's engaging. If you remember during the promotion of the last season when we spoke, you had actually asked me that, how is it any different from film and OTT? I said the only difference is the writing process, possibly because you have that much more time to tell your story, so you can really deep dive into your characterizations, etc., etc. But you can't be indulgent because it's a push of a button and your audience is gone. So at the end of the day, it's just about telling good, interesting, engaging stories. It doesn't matter if it's a spectacle or if it's something which is very intimate. At the end of the day, be it in a theater, be it on an OTT platform, be it on stage, or be it on television, if your story is not engaging, the audience is going to leave. And that is what I very firmly believe is something we're going to have to really get behind now. I thankfully am at a stage in my career and life where I'm thoroughly enjoying the work that's been offered to me. But more importantly, I really wanted, when I heard the stories, I wanted to be a part of telling them. And that's it. So to come back to your original question, I don't think I'm qualified to teach anything to the film industry. I still have a very long way to go. I have a lot more to learn. But I just think a good start is be part of engaging good stories.
Breathe has come. There's an assured audience that you're having right now, and it is reaching that all across the world. Now, what is happening is why I gave the example of Dasvi. You've done other stuff as well, be it Ludo, be it Bob Biswas. It had a certain tonality, certain texture to it, and people took to it. I'll just give you example. Last week, a few films released. I feel that maybe one or two of them, if they would have directly released on OTT, they would have done much better. Doing 12-15 lakh rupees on first day is definitely not a good sort of yardstick for them as well. And another thing is that what many people within the industry they don't acknowledge is piracy. On big screen, you guys are losing a heavy chunk of the revenue to piracy, which maybe no one is addressing to as well. So once again, I feel that choosing the right platform definitely does the trick, and that has been working for you at least.
Well, thank you, but I unfortunately can't take credit for that, Faridoon, because all the films that you mentioned and all the work that I've done in the last 4 years, barring Breathe, were all originally intended to be theatrical releases. Ludo, Big Bull, Bob Biswas, and Dasvi were all intended to release in theaters. Circumstances dictated that they come on streaming platforms. I'm not complaining. At the end of the day, in fact, we were all sitting and discussing it the other evening.
Right.
Currently, I'm not in that phase. It doesn't matter so much where they see it, as long as they're seeing it. The end game is what, Faridoon? That the audiences have to see our work and see the films and be entertained. As long as they're getting that, I don't think we should overthink it too much.
All right. So, Amit, what has Breathe done for you?
It's kept him alive right now. His breathing is always important, no, Amit?
And that.
Yeah.
I've spoken about it before. I've spoken it with you. I get very attached to the people I work with, and I get very attached to my work. It's like acting is, most people have a human being as an anchor in their life. And for me, acting is, cinema does that for me. It keeps me, like how AB just said, keeps me, Breathe keeps me alive. And that's in some, method that's true. Breathe came to me in a time where the career was not in a very happy place. And for that, I'm very grateful to Mayank, because when you're not doing very well, it's not very often that you get great parts, So to even see me shining, or to see and believe in me in a time where things were not that rosy and good, and still feel that I can deliver, that credit goes to the makers, that credit goes to my director for choosing me for this beautiful role and for this beautiful series. And then it's been 7 years now, so I'm a little unwell, but I'm kind of a little numb where it comes to Breathe. A lot of emotions, and it's just been a hell of a positive ride in every aspect.
All right, Syami. Now you started off with a big spectacle film, but I believe that the most recognition that you've got is from your work on OTT platforms, because somehow you're breathing literally. You don't have to worry about the just that whether that scene is being impactful enough for the makers to maybe retain it in the final cut and all that. You played, I think, wide variety of characters, and then you surprise with Breathe. Do you feel that maybe as an artist you're getting your due the way you would have wanted to?
I mean, I'm just happy I'm working. So as long as that happens, I'll continue to be happy. So I think, be it the big screen, be it on streaming platforms, as long as I'm working, I think a film set keeps me happy. That's my happy space. So with Breathe, I actually had signed it right after Mirzia. If I remember correctly, it was literally maybe like 6-7 months after Mirzia is when we had spoken, when I had auditioned for it, we had signed it. It was all very new then. I remember watching Breathe the first season, and I felt it was a very exciting world. It was a world I would have liked to be a part of. And again, the stuff I was being offered at that point was not something which I was very excited about. With Breathe, I felt that the world excited me, and then the role, the way Mayank kind of spoke about Shirley and spoke about her very fondly, that excited me a lot. And like I said, I just feel extremely grateful to be just continuously working, because I that's the process I enjoy the most, becoming a character, working on that film. The process I don't like is the farewells, which usually happen after a project. Even though you become so close, it's a very strange place, because you work for 3-4 months, you become like a family, and then you part ways. You do keep in touch, you always meet people fondly, but those 3-4 months you're actually like a family. You do every, especially if you're on outdoor shoots, you get so close. So this post-release promotion phase is what I don't like at all. But as long as you move on to something quickly and get onto another project, that's the exciting space to be in. I keep my fingers crossed and hope that continues to carry on.
All right. I hope that you'll like this phase as well. Okay, Mayank. Now, as a maker, as a director, how exciting do you find the fact that viewers, they tend to find the backstories, the mind space of characters, say in a vehicle like Breathe, very very engaging. You can literally make them delve into the deepest corners of the minds of characters. Do you find it exciting in a way?
For sure, like I think that's the most exciting part of creating a story for this medium. We've got these amazing such personal reactions. People are so involved, as you said, because you're investing. It's one-to-one. It's so immersive. It's just your headphones, your iPads, and your personal screens. You're watching every nuance of the characters getting unleashed, the narrative style. So and it's very inspiring, and this is what pushes us as the makers, when we get on and write for the next season, because the kind of reactions you get from the audience is the good, the bad, everything. They're they feel it's theirs, they own it up, and they talk about every aspect of what they've discovered. So I feel, and I find that very very fascinating, and that really pushes us as a team, my writing team and everybody, to really, get on and try and up the ante every time when we go on ahead with the next season.
All right, so congratulations, Naveen. Great reviews. Excited?
Yeah, very excited. I'm happy about the kind of response we're getting. Mind ne jaise abhi baat kari, so I'm quite excited. So,
what was your first response when you heard the narration of the script and the character about you?
I was thrilled. In fact, I in fact told Mayank, I still keep on asking him that, and I think last night I got my answer. I actually got my answer, if I can tell him, I just bumped into Mayank's brother and I just realized that he looks a lot like me, and I think that is the answer I was looking for.
Then why did I?
Mayank, you have a
People do
brother?
not cast me in such parts.
I didn't know.
And I would keep asking him that how did you think of me for a part like this? Because I feel that I can pull off something like this, but people don't really see me like that. So last night I bumped into his brother, and I saw him alive. He also has a mole here on his left cheek, which is very...
I'm glad you mentioned he's
Saw
alive.
him alive.
Alive,
Yeah, I saw him alive.
I saw him alive. I'm like,
He's
okay.
alive. Thank God somebody's alive.
He said, I saw him alive.
I saw him alive. Oh yeah, okay. So
Great. That's amazing. Congratulations once again, Naveen. Let's quickly come to the rapid fire. Let's discover Breathe through that. We'll start with Abhishek Bachchan. Abhishek, what does Breathe mean to you?
It means a group of great friends and superb talent.
Importance of writer in any project.
Paramount, as important as the director.
Okay, if you had to tell something to Amit Saad that you have not said yet, what will you tell him?
I tell him everything. We're very, very close, and he gives me the liberty to be very free and open with him. But the one thing I will maybe add amongst all the other personal things that we've discussed is I'm in constant awe of his dedication to what he does. And I wish I had that ability. And, as actors, I think one of the most difficult things to bring on screen is a weightage to your performance. And I think Amit has this amazing ability to just stand in the frame, and his presence is so overpowering. And that's something you can't learn or perform. It's just inherent. And I think he's done it even more brilliantly in this season. He brings this weightage to his character, which is just, it's overwhelming. It's fantastic. I mean, by doing that and achieving that, he doesn't even need to say anything, and he can convey so much. And I'm in complete, I'm in awe of that. And I think it's fantastic. I don't know, I possibly know one or two actors apart from him who have that ability. So yeah, well done, brother.
It means a lot.
Well done. Seriously, it's fantastic.
Amit, would you like to respond to that?
I'm like 10 feet above now. Thank you, bro. Coming from you, I know you don't say things for the heck of it. So if you feel that it's the biggest compliment coming from you, I'm just speechless right now.
Okay, he's feeling better already. All right, so Abhishek, what sort of an actor do you think Sayami can be slotted as?
I think the fantastic thing about Sayami, considering now I've done 3 projects with her, is I think the greatest compliment I can pay, not that I'm anybody to pay her compliment, but if I take that position, I think the greatest compliment is you cannot slot her. She easily fits into whatever role you give her, and I think that is an amazing ability for an actor to have. Be it Breathe or Ghumar, these are the 2 projects we've done together. They're completely opposite characters, and she's fit into it so beautifully. So I think the greatest compliment you can give Sayami is that you cannot slot her.
Okay. Abhishek Bachchan के विट और हाजिर जवाबी का राज क्या है?
Chavanprash.
खाते हो आप?
रोज सुबह.
डाबर का?
नहीं. Homemade.
Set पे मिसल पाव.
Don't give acting secrets away, Mayank.
वो characterization के लिए.
Okay, Abhishek, your thought on the amazing response on Mr. Bachchan's 80th birthday.
How do I answer that? Listen, man, I just wake up every morning and I thank God for giving me the parents that I have. You know, both my mother and father are everything to me. And I'm just so happy that I get to spend so much time with them and you know, live with their blessing and their guidance. And, you know, what the people did for his birthday was so emotional and so touching. And I'm so glad that we get to celebrate him. And I genuinely, as a fan, I think we need to celebrate him. You know, he's a very, very rare person. And we should all feel very happy and blessed that we get to live in the times of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan.
True.
That's amazing. Okay, quickly moving to a rapid fire with Amit sir. Amit, how do you sum up your journey in a hashtag?
Still on.
Hashtag
Nice.
still on.
Hashtag still on.
Okay, turning point in Amit sir's career.
Plenty. Many.
Biggest compliment for Breathe in a sentence maybe.
The team. What a great team this is.
If you have to say something to Salman Khan that you have not said yet, what you'll tell him?
I think nobody is in a position to tell Salman sir anything. You know, मेरी सुल्तान में एक line है, which I feel suits him and fits him the best. It comes in the end of the film, where the journalists come and they ask कि आकाश भाई सुल्तान कहाँ है? So I said, सुल्तान ठीक है भाई, जहाँ भी होगा खुश होगा और लड़ रहा होगा और जी रहा होगा. You know, so I think that defines Salman sir the best. So wherever he is, wherever he'll be at it with something.
Great. If you have to say something to Hrithik Roshan for his performance in Super 30, what will you tell him?
I mean, I'm in no position to say anything to anyone, but yeah, as an actor, as an artist, I think what inspires me is the hard work that he does. And I think when you are, when you've done so many movies, when you have achieved so much, it takes a lot of guts to kind of walk away from that mold and experiment. And that's not a great word, I hate that word too, but to try different genres, to try different characters which don't come in your comfort arc, you know. And for that, I think he has to be applauded, and he was great in Super 30. And I will say that's the same for like Abhishek. Like if you see the kind of movies that he's doing, even in Breathe, I think the character that he plays, sometimes, I'll be very honest, I want to confess this with the whole team here and with him sitting here. Sometimes I feel, as a thinking actor, we all do, you know, we all think that how would I have approached this role, or how would I have done this role? And I get shivers. And I instantly think, oh, thank God I don't have to do this role. It is so tough. It is so difficult. And he comes and he makes it look so, I mean, he works hard on it, but he just makes it, you know, there's no drama to it. He just comes, delivers, and goes. So for me, I think the juncture, not that I've become a, you know, star or I've done so much, but I've done few films now. So when I'm in a situation, in a position where I'm picking new films, new characters, I think, and it's so easy to take the easy one. Okay, you know, let's play a cop or let's play special forces. You know, I will hold the gun well and, you know, but to kind of say no, and I will do something which I'm uncomfortable in. And I think for me, that is, I'm sorry from Hrithik Roshan has come to us, but this is a thought that I'm quite living with. But Hrithik Roshan is a very hardworking actor, and everyone knows that.
No, your performance in I think Breathe is outstanding. Not an easy role to play either. Okay, quickly moving to Syami. Syami, cricket or movies?
Cricket in movies, but movies first.
I knew she'll say that. उसने तो हम लोग को भी पोजीशन दे रखी है, मैं गली में हूँ, ये ओपनर है, इसको अंपायर बनाया हुआ है, नवीन विकेट कीपर है, हम लोग सब क्रिकेटर ही है ब्रीद में, फ्रॉम हर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू.
No, it's films first, but cricket will always be love. I can't change that.
Okay, and why is Breathe one of the most different sort of characters that people maybe cannot slot you with?
I mean, one, because it's different from anything I've done, and it's all credit to Mayank, because I feel he's shown an escort in a very different light.
Okay, we'll come to the director. I think the director is the most important element in any project, so I think he deserves that respect. All right, so Mayank, why Abhishek?
Oh. Why Abhishek? Rapid. So it was no.
If I was,
they was
so disappointing.
Never an option, to be very frank. It all started with my love for him when I watched Yuva.
Wow.
That character, that film really stayed with me for a very long time, and I will not deny it. While I was writing it, I was very clear that he would be the first one whom I'll approach, and he is the first one we ever went to, and we are very grateful that in that 20-minute narration, he just said yes to it. So it has been an amazing collaboration of these 2 seasons, what I've had with him.
Okay, 200 countries, that is what the reach of Amazon is. What does it tell you about?
Sir, it tells a lot. When I started, people used to tell me, when you're going independent, you're trying to make your first film story, which, अगर आपको लाइफ में आपकी फिल्म 200-250 screens में भी release हो जाए, तो you should be thankful. So I am thankful to this platform, that our show went to more than 220 countries. So, and innumerable, amount of screens. So, I'm blessed, I think.
Okay, what is the most important job of a director?
Deciding the lunch menu.
On the sets of Breathe, yeah.
Because, he has to be a manager. He has to be a manager of
No. I think, yes, you need to manage, but I think, if you really, it starts with getting the right people, right team together, and if you manage to do that, getting the right head of departments on board, the right actors, your job is sorted. And this is what I can say. So I'm thankful to every crew member and every cast member of the season of Breathe.
Okay, Naveen, what does hunger mean to you as an actor?
Hunger is, I think it comes from the place of fandom. I think because you've enjoyed this world so much, and you have admired so many people, in the same field, that you feel that you also want to do such varied parts, and you would want people to see you in that zone. So I think that drives you, and that is hunger for me. Yeah.
Okay, what does Breathe mean to you? Considering you're getting these fabulous reviews right now.
Breathe as a show means a lot to me. It has exposed me to a new world, people are seeing me in a different light, and I think everybody who messages me, they mention that they've never seen me like this. So it's a very new thing for me in every possible sense. So yeah, it means a lot to me.
All right, and would you say that maybe this is your best performance yet?
Oh, I can't say that. I've not seen it myself, but it's one of the best things I've done, for sure.
Do you read reviews?
I do.
All right. I think on that note, we will end this conversation. And Abhishek, I have to tell you that my wife has said hi to you.
Please give them my love. Please give them all my love.
She doesn't even say hi to Shah Rukh Khan, or I don't know. Maybe it's your wit or sense of humor that really has made you a favorite in our family.
Thank you.
So I think you are definitely very special. So thank you very much, guys, and congratulations for the fantastic response to Breathe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Faridoon.
you.
Thank you, bro. Good to see you again, man.
Yes, always wonderful to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.